Three on three. 1, 2.
Guys, we're out here at the field house. I'm with Rick Reno. He is the director of the St. Peter's American Legion Post 313 program. Thanks for letting us come out and stick the camera in your face.
I'm happy you guys did. It's all great to hear. Glad you guys could make it.
We're on our winter workout tour. This is the first, honestly, it's the first American Legion we've done on our winter workout tour.
Oh, okay.
So I've known Rick for quite some time. Our kids went to school together. His kids are all these kids. So it's a little, simpatico there.
Yeah, that's good. That's all good.
Because you had how many go through East?
All three of mine. My oldest is he's going to be 33 this year. My middle one is Ryan. He's going to be turning 30 here soon. So
we're that old, aren't we?
My youngest, he's like 23, I think 24 something. I mean, I can't keep up with their ages. I can barely keep up with my own. So.
Exactly, I'm with you. Exactly. So, Rick, talk about you've been with this program as long as I've been around. How long have you been with Rick?
I think I started back in 2006. So I'm closing in on 20 years here soon. This would probably be my 19th year. It started as a freshman, and Tony Borowski, we had the program before me, and then there's been people before him. I mean, I've been in part of American Legion for St. Peter's. I played for St. Peter's, so that was where I kind of got the whole start up with what I wanted to do and stuff like that. And my dad helped coach I don't know if he's an older guy. He's passed away by now. Bert Moreland was the guy running it, and John Dunkman was like the original guy. He was one of my science teachers in high school and stuff. So, but that all's kind of when I started, and I always kind of liked it, and it was always a good experience I had. And so it's one of those things I just wanted to try to do the same thing for the kids and start a program and take it over. I think Legion was at that point. When I started, we had a lot of teams back then at that particular time, but then the clubs just started becoming bigger and bigger clubs, and all that. Not to say that Legion's not a club, because it kind of is. It's similar to the same situation. So, but no, it's been a great run. I've enjoyed it. We continue to build each year, trying to make sure we have 3 teams. That's always the goal, to try to have 3 teams each year. And this year and last year we did. A couple years prior to that, we were down a couple. We were down the freshman team, or we might have been down a junior team and a freshman and senior. We always had the senior team. It's just that junior freshman thing is kind of always been a thing.
And I was talking with the fellas, and we've been following Legion. We did the championships last year. Watching all 3 of your teams last year had plus 500 records.
Yeah.
So the program is trending in the right direction.
Right. Yeah, we're starting to get more and more help from coaches. I got. This year we got 6 coaches, which is great. I'm kind of stepping back a little bit from the coaching this year. I'm just more the administrator, but that gives me the ability to go help out at any one of the levels that we're short guys, maybe a night or something. And that's why I like being here, because I get to know all the kids and they know me, and it's not like, who's that guy? Who's that guy that showed up this week? I want to still be around, make sure they all know what's going on and all that kind of stuff.
Are your boys still involved in the program?
Ryan is not this year. He kind of retired with me with coaching, and he's getting married this year. So in July, so he's getting married in July. So I think he would love to. I mean, he loves being out here. He loves working with the guys. It doesn't mean that he won't show up and start helping with some of the time during the thing. Derek, he's kind of a little bit different. He likes to do it. He likes to just help out. He's not as I would say as energetic as Ryan is. I would use that term. Ryan's a little more energetic about helping, but Derek's got a different personality. He loves the show by being there, showing the guys how to do a particular thing, because he loved the outfield and stuff. So.
Well, I remember, because I was looking through some history, you guys, I think it was 2009, somewhere in that area, you guys had won the district. You had a good run in state, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to, because I go back through and I look through the history of things. Yeah. Kind of, so it hadn't been that long ago that the program's had a lot of success.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's had a lot of success. We've had a lot of guys that played in the program that went and played in the pros throughout the years. When Tony had it before me, He had like 2 or 3 guys that played for him that went on to play in the pros. I think Collier was one of them. Is a left-handed pitcher.
Collier.
Yeah, Steve Collier. And so there was we've had a lot of history with our program, and I kind of wanted to look back and I'm trying to build up that history with our program, with the website and stuff, to try to give some people some understanding of we've been around for a long time, and we're not planning on going anywhere. Right. And we're going to continue to try to build the program, and we're always looking for help and things of that sort, and I've got a lot of good help this year.
When you talk about, because I say this, and I believe this very much, when you start talking about high school baseball and you're developing kids, it is a club mentality, because you've got freshmen, you got juniors, you got seniors, and you're working these kids through the system. How are you guys taking that approach, building culture? You've had the success the last couple of years. How do you continue to capitalize on that culture?
Yeah, what we do is we want to make sure that we're giving all the boys and the players all the instructions they need to try to build what they want to go on to the next level. That's our whole intent, is trying to help them get to the next level. Obviously, we want to help them make their high school team too. I mean, that's the immediate thing. Absolutely. But we're also trying to help them get to the next level, because I think a lot of them want to, and then sometimes they don't. I mean, some players don't want to do it, and that's fine. Yep. And some really good players don't want. We've had some really good players that I tried to talk into going to play in college, and they said, "No, I think I'm done.
I'm good."
So that's fine, But we're trying to build a culture around here of players who want to do that. But we also understand that it's not for everybody.
That's right.
Because it's one of those things you and I both know, it's a full-time job to play baseball in college.
Yes,
it's not like you can go have a job, do your studies, and play a sport. But in baseball especially, is one of those, it's a year-round thing. They play in the fall now. They have workouts throughout the winter. They start in January, for seasons almost. It's frigid outside and all that kind of stuff. So
they're starting college baseball.
Oh yeah, I was watching Mizzou and Florida A&M last night.
Exactly.
So they're down in Florida playing. So it's everywhere. So yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about your workout here tonight. What goes into what we've had some video. You started off defensively. What's the thought process? You got a lot of space going.
Yeah, each year we've worked really well with Matt. Matt, he runs the place, and each year we try to expand, because we got more and more kids, and with 3 teams you need more room. Yeah. And it's one of those things is Matt's been really helpful in helping us expand and do that, and have the same time slot we've had almost since I've been coming here. We've been 5:30 to 7:30 for at least probably 7-8 years now, or something like that. So he's really helped us out with doing that, and what we try to do is we want to get we'll try to get the fielding in first, because we don't want to be pushed for fielding. The hitting, there's only so many different hitting drills you can do, and we watch the kids. We work with live hitting with the pitchers a lot of times, but especially when we start getting close to high school season, because we want to see the live arms. But defense is one of the things that, it's going to win you championships. You got to work on how to field the ball, how to catch the ball, how to throw the ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
you can't get 3 outs, you can't hit. Right?
Exactly. Never get the chance to hit. Right. Exactly.
And, next week, the week coming up, it's the dead week.
Right.
Right before tryouts. So a lot of these kids, it's go time.
Yeah, now, right? Exactly. And that's what we'll have a meeting at the end of today, because this is our last one, and we'll have a meeting and try to tell them as many things as we can to help them make their team, and hopefully they do. But if they don't, we're also understand that not everybody makes their team, and we have a policy that what we try to do is, if they don't, we will have practices for them starting in March and April, so they're not behind when the season starts. Right. Because if you go from now and you don't do anything until May, you're 2 months.
You're behind.
Yeah, you're behind everybody else. So what we'll do is we at least have 1 or 2 practices a week for those players. And some of the players, it's not about making their team, it's about they want to play a different sport. So they might play tennis, or they might play golf, or they might do any one of these other things, or track is another one. And so if they don't want to do that, we want to make sure that they don't get behind. And so that's our whole thing, is we want to make sure that everybody still keeps up with what's going on.
Very good.
And that's how we keep our program successful or trying to make it successful.
Goals for the season. I know it's different. You know, you got incoming freshmen, you got a junior team, you have a senior team. Are you getting many kids back? You know, because it's always interesting. You know, 19U. Are you getting kids coming back from their first year of college playing?
Oh yeah, we have. Let's see, we have two that are. Let's see, one. I know for sure there's one that's playing. He's playing at. Well, there's actually two that are playing at college right now. The rest are, we got four that are at college, and then some of them that aren't going to college are here, but they're all coming back. So I think we have 7 or 8 guys coming back that are college age. So that's a big help from that standpoint.
That makes a huge
and then we have the rest of the guys who are moved up from the freshmen. We had to do some things that are difficult to do, and that is keep some players down that we really would like to have had up at varsity, but it's like we were afraid they weren't going to get as much playing time. And to me, the playing time should be what they're looking for, because that's how you get better. You don't get better by sitting the bench. And you know, it's one of those things is that you know we've got good kids, we got good parents. They all understand that. They all work with us really well, and I think that helps us be successful as well.
Absolutely. So setting goals for the teams, you know, you guys have had you can walk behind, buddy. Yeah. You guys have had that coming off that success last year. What are you setting in front of the kids this year to build on that?
Right. So this year, I mean, our freshman team was really like one win away from going to state last year. They really battled well, and they had a really good season. And there'll be a junior this year, so I think they're going to do every very bit as well as they did last year, because they've got a lot of returning players. We added a few more players to that team. The senior team, we've added 2 more arms, 2 left-handed pitchers. The one is actually, I don't think he's not playing for Mississippi State, but he's actually going to Mississippi State, and he tried out for him. I don't know. I haven't heard back if he made it or anything, which I kind of sort of doubt it, but because I thought I would have heard something. But he's a big left-hander, throws hard, and we've got another one that goes to the old Christian high school that he'll be coming out. He's a left-handed pitcher. So we added some arms, and we lost some, but we've added some arms as well.
That's huge, man.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about depth, and you got to get through, a district tournament.
Oh well, we're not having the district tournament.
No district tournament.
So it should be just zone. So you got to qualify to make zone. So I think the thought process is we're looking at that we're taking so many teams from the 9th district, and then the balance comes from the other 3 districts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I really do.
Because it was, we beat up on each other in districts, and then those teams sometimes get beat up on in the zone because they don't have the pitching because they had to play in games that the other ones were. So
Absolutely.
We're trying to make it a little more even for all the districts.
A little more equitable that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the state tournament the last 2 years has been very good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quality arms, and the depth. It's been about the depth and pitching.
Oh yeah.
That has the teams that come out on top.
Yeah.
And that's just baseball, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you have last year's teams. I mean, you got Ellsbury that was the juggernaut at the top with how many wins they had and all the pitching they had. Washington's always good. And we actually, I think we finished in 3rd in the district. I mean, as far as seniors go. But I mean, we had a couple of big wins for us, that was very helpful. And we battled Ellsbury, when we played. We always do, because we've been playing each other for years. And, so we all know each other really well, and, that's all good. So, but no, I think it'll be a good year, for the district. I'm expecting good things out of our teams, all 3 of them. Our freshman team, we're still looking for a couple of players. I mean, we have enough for a team, but it's like you want to get a couple of more to make sure that you don't have to worry about players. But we got a good nucleus of freshmen. So.
That's very good.
Yeah,
that's good. Rick.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it.
No, this was fun. It's been fun. We're gonna get in a little video of the hitting going on a little bit here. But we appreciate you coming out, or we appreciate you allowing us.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys did.
And it's been a lot of fun. I remember those jerseys.
Oh, from last year. I mean, they're only a couple years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are our new pinstripes. And then our senior team's got white pinstripes all the way.
You're killing me.
White with the red.
Pinstripes, but
Yeah, the white.
I'm not
I know.
a pinstripes guy.
I know.
I
My wife's not either. My wife says I don't like those uniforms. Everybody, but the boys love them.
Yeah.
And it's like it's all about the boys.
There you go.
It's all about the
What it
boys.
is, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and
So-
I think Ryan was a big push on these pinstripes too. He always wanted them when he was playing, and he said, "Well, if I can't have them when I'm playing, let's get them when I'm coaching." So yeah,
Very good.
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, good luck to you
All
guys
right,
this
thank
year.
you.
Okay, bud.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Go, Ken. There you go, Cope. Back down. There you go.
Back and forth, equal teams. You're done.
Guys, we're here with Andy Cook, senior Legion coach for St. Peter's.
Yes, sir.
313. And talking here, we got the kids going back. We're appreciate you letting us come out.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
You guys had a solid year last year.
We did. Yeah.
So how are you building on that momentum? What are you guys bringing into this year and to help you kind of keep that process rolling?
Yeah, well, we've got, we got a lot of great talent in this organization, spread over from 4 or 5 local schools. And, you don't have to, they self-motivate, it seems like. So we're lucky to have that in our program. The kids show up, they're ready to go. But we were successful last year, but we're still hungry, right? And so I coached the junior team last year. I moved up to the senior team this year. And we want to win a state championship. That's what it's about, right? So we've got some, like I mentioned before, we've got really good talent on all of our squads. We've got some college players that are playing right now that'll come back and play for the summer team. And we're excited for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is it's first year at the senior. How many years you've been with the program?
This is only my 3rd year with Legion, and that just kind of fell into it, right? My son plays in the program. They needed some help, and I jumped in and helped, and it's just kind of worked its way into a managing a team kind of thing. But I'll tell you what, Legion baseball has really reinvigorated a lot of these kids and their passion to play baseball. It's more than just a name on a jersey with when you play for a city team like that, right? So we talk a lot about what Legion baseball is, right? The veterans that donate their time and money to push this organization, help this organization, and there's a lot of camaraderie in that. And getting the kids to buy into that, hey, you may be playing against each other in the spring, but when we show up in the summer, we play together. And man, they really buy in. It's a whole club buy-in. Yeah.
How do you keep the kids connected to the post 313? Do you do some different things in the community? Do they work with the veterans? Do you guys ever go to the post and do some stuff with the veterans?
We haven't yet, specifically like going to the post, but I know that we've kicked around trying to bring a veteran to each game, maybe throw the first pitch, things like that. We saw that at another organization over last summer, and it was just a really cool thing. And all the kids went up, gave them knuckles or a handshake, and it was really neat to see that. But as far as staying connected, I think they're doing that themselves on, what is it, the Snapchat these days? Right. So, we have a Twitter or an X account that we push stuff out, and
Formerly known as Twitter, right?
Formerly known as Twitter, right? But these guys are even when they're playing for their individual high schools, they're always talking. They've got their own private 313 group chats, that kind of thing. But this is the camaraderie right here. We have 3 teams. We run a lot of practices together. You can't do that all of the time, obviously. But man, if you just watch them mingle with each other and interact with each other, there's a lot of positivity here. So getting them to stay connected and close not a real tough job, honestly. But we do need to grow some of that, though. Like I said, maybe bringing in a veteran, throw the first pitch, just getting our name out there, and visit the post. I'm not sure they're going to want us to visit that post. We'd have to do a select few, maybe.
So talk to us a little bit about some of the kids. Who are we looking? Who are some of the guys that you're counting on this year?
Oh man, John Jezik. He plays first base. He bats third in the lineup. He is a stick. He is a ball player. He's playing college right now. I'm terrible with people's names and school names. I'm not sure what that is, but we could get that. Austin Bauer, another one coming back. He's a returning senior. Left field, right field, a lot of pop in the bat. And then we've got some juniors, some high school juniors right now that are Kyle Goddard. Cam Mailer is one of the best catchers I've ever seen, especially at this age. He starts for Fort Zumwalt North. I'm really depending on him this year. He's just joined our organization over the summer, played fall ball with us, and man, he is lights out. He has been great behind the plate. We got so much talent. I hate to not mention them all.
I love that thought process too, because you got a kid over at Zumwalt North who's a catcher. It's not like he's catching chump kids. That's Boom and Loman over there throwing mid-90s.
No.
You know, if you can catch a guy throwing mid-90s,
sure.
You can catch pretty much anybody.
No. He's showed up a couple times at practice. Goes, Coach, watch this, and he's showing me a video of him catching BP essentially, right? Just catching bullpen session, and he's like, "That's mid-90s right there, Coach. Look at that." And he's showing me his framework, and so it's good to see those guys outside of practicing, and that's what you got to do. If you want to play at the next level, you can't just be satisfied with what we do with you once a week in the winter, right, or twice a week, and you got to be working on your own, and those guys are.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Goals for the season for you guys. Where have you set those goals for these guys?
Well, I mean, the first thing is we want to try to win district. We've got some good teams in our district. Washington's always tough to get through. Ellsbury won the state championship last year, and so we just want to be mentioned with those clubs, right? We want to have a good record and grow. And it's not just about winning and losing. With me specifically, and I know Coach Rick feels the same way. We're molding young men here, right? So if we don't meet our goals, we don't win as many games as we'd like to. How do we handle that? How do we deal with that? How do we respond to failure, right? Whether we've got another game or we don't. Yeah. If you fail at something, you'll never succeed unless you fail, I don't think, right? So just getting these kids to understand that your whole life doesn't depend on every at bat, right? And so our goals are just to stay within ourselves and be the best we can be, lean on each other, right? And just stay positive and try to win a state championship. That's always the main goal. We're too competitive to just say it's all about being good kids, because it's.
Well, hey, that's why you play the game, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You play to win, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Hey, I appreciate you coming out. Really do.
We appreciate you allowing us and sticking the camera in your face and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I hope I gave you some good stuff and didn't say too many times and whatnot, and nothing planned. So, but I will tell you, Coach Rick Reno has been doing this for many years. He's had 3 kids go through the organization. They're all out now, and he's still doing it. He's got a passion for growing young men's, and not just in baseball, but in life, right? And so I'm proud to be a part of this organization. It is. It really is. Yeah. I put this hat on. I try to remember it's not about me. It's about 313. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Appreciate it,
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Andy Cook, guys. Watch out. No. Come on. Get in there. You gotta give me some names. Name.
Landon Atkins. Tyson.
Oh, where'd everybody go? They all left. Well, I was gonna make them famous. No?
Carter. Tell me name. My name is Carter. My hand.
What? Are your hands hurting, bro?
I hurt a lot. You hear yourself? Yeah, well, I never had a jam ball hurt that much. Hey, wait till you're facing me. I get a couple of.
You threw behind me.
Oh, I'm gonna saw you off a couple times. Yep. Hey, you have some more line than you for him, right? I do. Yeah, why are you throwing my bat?
So you guys all freshmen?
Yeah, all freshmen.
Very good. Where at? School?
Just Timberland?
Timberland?
Yeah, Timberland.
Wow.
How high?
Francis?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Some tough schools, baby. Mm-hmm.
Yo, Reed.
Come right behind you.
You bet.
Going. Let's try. Look at that. Not at my head. That was a strike. Drop like it. Like I'm swinging here. Let's drop it down. Come on, just drop it. How am I supposed to do that? Hey, if you do it against Lewis. Branches. Oh, there it is.